Congress leader Ajay Maken has stated that the party's bank accounts are being frozen. All of this ahead of the Lok Sabha polls. Addressing a press conference, Ajay Maken said banks are not honoring the checks that the party is issuing. He said Youth Congress bank accounts have also been frozen and that income tax authorities are asking for 210 crore rupees and recovery from Youth Congress and the Congress party. Now Ajay Maken says even crowdfunding money in the party accounts have been frozen. The Congress also says that this action is like freezing democracy itself.
सुबह सुबह एक बहुत ही चिंताजनक और निराशाजनक खबर शेयर करने के लिए बुलाया है। आप लोगों को जानकर के आश्चर्य होगा और सही मायने में दुख भी होगा कि हिंदुस्तान के अंदर लोकतंत्र पूरी तरीके से खत्म हो गई है, तालाबंदी लोकतंत्र की हो गई है। हम लोगों को परसों ये जानकारी मिली कि जो चेक हम लोग इशू कर रहे हैं वो बैंक्स उस चेक को ऑनर नहीं कर रहे हैं। उसके ऊपर जब हम लोगों ने आगे छानबीन करी तो हमें बताया गया कि देश की मुख्य ऑपोजिशन पार्टी के सारे अकाउंट्स फ्रीज कर दिए गए हैं। कांग्रेस पार्टी के अकाउंट्स पर तालाबंदी हो गई है। कांग्रेस पार्टी के अकाउंट्स फ्रीज कर दिए गए हैं। हमारे देश में लोकतंत्र पर तालाबंदी हो गई है और ये कांग्रेस पार्टी के अकाउंट्स फ्रीज नहीं हुए हैं, हमारे देश में डेमोक्रेसी फ्रीज हुई है। हैरानी की बात यह है कि जब 2 हफ्ते केवल यह हफ्ता चुनाव घोषणा के लिए रह गए हों, ऐसे समय में प्रमुख ऑपोजिशन पार्टी के अकाउंट फ्रीज करके यह सरकार क्या दिखाना चाहती है और किस आधार पर फ्रीज करे गए हैं, मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा तो वो हास्यास्पद है। और ना केवल कांग्रेस पार्टी के, कल शाम को यूथ कांग्रेस के भी अकाउंट्स फ्रीज कर दिए गए और यूथ कांग्रेस और कांग्रेस दोनों के अकाउंट्स जो फ्रीज करे गए हैं, 210 करोड़ की रिकवरी इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट ने यूथ कांग्रेस और कांग्रेस से मांगी। 210 करोड़ की कुल रिकवरी। और यह पैसा किसका है? यह कोई धनाढ्य पूंजीपतियों का पैसा, कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स का पैसा नहीं, कॉर्पोरेट बॉन्ड्स का पैसा नहीं है। ये पैसा जो कांग्रेस पार्टी के अकाउंट्स में है वो ऑनलाइन जो हम लोगों ने क्राउड फंडिंग जो करा है उसका पैसा पड़ा हुआ है। लगभग 25 करोड़ रुपया हमारा इकट्ठा हुआ है जो हमारे देश के अंदर, जिसमें 95% से भी ज्यादा पैसा 100 रुपए से भी कम यूपीआई से लोगों ने जमा कराया है। यूथ कांग्रेस का जो पैसा है, यूथ कांग्रेस की मेंबरशिप ड्राइव का पैसा है और वो पैसा इनकम टैक्स ने, भारत सरकार ने फ्रीज कर दिया है। हैरानी और दुख की बात है। और दूसरी तरफ जो कॉर्पोरेट बॉन्ड्स का पैसा जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जिसको अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल कर दिया है, वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास में वो पूरा पैसा है और उसको वो खर्च कर रही है। तो लोकतंत्र कहां पे हमारे देश के अंदर जिंदा रहेगा? मैं इसलिए आज आपको बताना चाहता हूं और कहना चाहता हूं दुख से कि हमारे देश के अंदर लोकतंत्र खत्म हो गया है। लोकतंत्र पे बेड़ियां लग गई हैं, लोकतंत्र पे तालाबंदी हो गई है। ये कांग्रेस के अकाउंट के ऊपर तालाबंदी या बेड़ियां नहीं है, ये लोकतंत्र के ऊपर तालाबंदी और बेड़ियां हैं। चुनाव से 2 हफ्ता पहले अगर किसी भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के अकाउंट जब फ्रीज हो जाते हैं, उसके ऊपर तालाबंदी हो जाती है, तो ये लोकतंत्र के लिए इससे ज्यादा चिंता और दुख की बात नहीं हो सकती। क्या हमारे देश के अंदर एक पार्टी का ही सिस्टम रहेगा? क्या हमारे लोकतंत्र के अंदर वन पार्टी पॉलिटिक्स हमारे देश के अंदर रहेगी? बाकी सभी के सभी पार्टियों के अकाउंट्स फ्रीज हो जाएंगे? बाकी पार्टीज को क्या रहने का अधिकार नहीं है? सुबह सुबह
Well, to speak more on this, joining me on the broadcast is my colleague and input editor, Brijesh Pandey. Brijesh, a very, tense-looking Ajay Maken in that press conference over there. And, the first thing that comes to my mind is that how during the donation drive that the Congress had began in December, asking everybody to come in and put in their money, there were a lot of news reports that were, hailing this move by the Congress party, how it had garnered almost about 3 crore rupees within the first 48 hours. Well, seems like it's the Congress party that's found itself in a corner yet again.
Well, it's a big allegation which has been made by Congress Treasurer Ajay Maken, and it'll be extremely interesting to see what is the reply of income tax authorities on this particular claim which has been made by Ajay Maken. Because, they say, Ajay Maken has said that the income tax has asked for a recovery of 210 crore rupees from the Congress party as well as the Youth Congress. And, since this was not paid, this is the reason why those accounts are frozen. We don't know the other side of the story. It's extremely interesting to see, what led to the income tax asking for such a huge amount of recovery from the Congress party. The Congress party says that it has already filed an appeal in the income tax appellate tribunal, and they are waiting for a judgment to come down. But going by the looks of it, the Congress has made up its minds to hit the ground. They have said that, that they are planning to hold large protests across the country, and also, they would be linking the decision which has been given by the constitutional bench of Supreme Court yesterday on bonds to this seizure of bank accounts of Congress party as well as Youth Congress. So it's going to be very, very interesting, how this pans out as the day progresses, because I think, the BJP would also respond to the press conference which has been given by Ajay Maken, and definitely, the income tax authorities would also try to put a clearer perspective of what exactly this 210 crore due was, and why, if the bank accounts have been frozen, what were the reason behind freezing the bank account of a national political party. So it's going to be a very interesting, politically jam-packed day as far as this freezing of account as alleged by Congress Treasurer Ajay Maken is concerned.
Certainly, Brijesh, and you've raised that pertinent points, because this is happening so close on the heels of that, landmark verdict by the Constitution bench vis-a-vis the electoral bond scheme. Now, look at the political semantics. Right ahead of the 2024 polls, factual data suggests that it was the ruling party that got most of the benefit of the electoral bond scheme, be it Trinamool Congress in the West Bengal or the Biju Janata Dal in Odisha. It was the Bharatiya Janata Party that got 90% of those electoral bond schemes, as per the ADR report that was out there, all factual data. And right after that, a day after that, all that donation drive money, 210 crore rupees. I mean, it seems like Congress party is again in a soup. A lot of people on social media yesterday said that after a very long time, they felt like the BJP was on the back foot, albeit for just a little while, because just the day after, you're now looking at a Congress party that in itself, in its own, given the EBS data also, had a very minuscule share compared to what the Bharatiya Janata Party had got in terms of, political funding. It is really interesting. I really don't know what to say.
See, Kabir, it is all right, that people allow their hope to run away, from the factual situation of the matter. The fact is that, the BJP has won an absolute majority in 2014. The BJP has won an absolute majority in 2019, and they're the prime contender as far as 2024 is concerned. So if any politician, any industrialist or any person who wants to hedge his bets or who wants to donate to the political party, chances are a vast majority of that is going to give that money to the party in power. It is not like, the BJP is the sole claimant. They have also made, if you look at the amount which Trinamool Congress has received, and you look at the amount which Congress party has received. Congress is a national party, but the difference in amount is not huge. And so I'm just saying that people would like to invest in parties which have a strong national presence or which has a strong regional presence, and there's nothing wrong about it, because had the Congress been in a similar situation, trust me, similar percentage of vote or more of the money would have gone to the Congress party. The bond bearing and all was a completely different case, and the percentage wise, if you look at the fact that the Congress, the BJP, which has their own government in several states, almost the entire entire North India, they have their own government. So why won't an industrialist would want to invest that? So that is besides the point. But yes, what is interesting is that, you know, they have not explained why this recovery of 210 crore has been made by income tax authorities. What is the basis of that, you know, that recovery notice? Where exactly is the case, you know, which they have filed in the income tax appellate tribunal, and how they are going to take it forward? I think, you know, the Congress would love to take this on the street, because, you know, you're so close to the election that you would want to capitalize on every single situation which emerges, which is not in your favor. You would want to politically capitalize on it. I think that is exactly what the Congress party is going to do.
All right. Like Brijesh pointed out, it's going to be interesting to see how the other side of the divide is now going to react to it. Of course, the BJP will come out all guns blazing, but the IT department, how will that react to these big allegations that have been leveled by the Congress party? None other, Ajay Maken himself.